Okay, so in this video, the main thing I want to show you is actually at the end clip where we somewhat enter the final phase. But again, it's about showing you how to break down the situation between yourself, your team, and the enemies out there on the field, right? So once again, very used to this. This is the we have an idea where the enemy might be, but right now we're in phase one because we're just running around and there's no enemy in sight. We're not aware of where they are, right? But now I know there's an enemy down there and also an enemy here. So right now he might be entering phase 3 where they're gonna have a battle, but as far as I know, he's just imposing a threat and I'm going to take a look, right? So now we're definitely just imposing a threat. So as soon as the shots start going off and we start trying to gain an advantage, that's when we're in a battle, right? So this guy is just imposing a threat on us, right? We're not really too concerned, or at least I'm not. I'm more concerned with this guy, right? But as a team, we might be in a battle. But if you break it down even further, this guy is just imposing a threat, and this guy is the one that we are actually fighting. So I'm trying to deal damage to him while not taking any damage myself. I was unsure if the enemy would still be there, that's why I pinged. So now we're pretty much back in phase 2 where we're just imposing a major threat on this guy, pushing up on him. And why do I say that, right? Is because the enemy doesn't want to challenge us, right? He's decided that I don't need to take this fight, right? So he understands that. That's why he fled. But if he did it too late, when we were within battling range, it may have been a very, very fatal choice. But to try and flee when you're in the final phase is not smart at all. You know, you should still just fight your way out. So again, we're unsure where the enemy is, so we're back in phase 1. Now check that out. This guy here, because you have a choice whether you want to enter the battle phase or not, and I don't necessarily care for this guy because he's quite far away and my team is not around to help me, so I'm not too concerned with entering phase 3 with this guy. So I choose to just let us keep searching and being safe, right? So that's why I could have entered a battle with him, but I didn't, and that's where the decision making comes in play, in digesting what's really important on the battlefield, right? So now these guys, they're not interested in me, so I'm gonna get these free shots. So I'm more like, it's like poking for free, right? I'm imposing a threat, trying to get a knock without taking any damage. Now that this guy is probably gonna look, this is gonna be a battle, and I don't want to be in a battle with him, and I definitely don't want to act like it's a death match and just see who goes down first. So I'm probably gonna avoid these shots, right? But I'm still gonna take a look. So knowing that, so this is what I'm talking about. If I was to just run across this and climb up here and then put myself in between the enemy, the only way I would get out of that situation is if they die or if I die. So I'll be throwing myself into phase 4 for no reason. And that's what a bad push looks like, you know? A good push is if they're like one shot, right? And they're all one shot, then yeah, if you all start moving up, there's a good chance you'll come out on top because you gain the advantage beforehand. So again, so now my team is entering a battle with this guy, and look how far I am. So preferably I want to be a lot closer to help him, because I understand that this is obviously a battle. This isn't something like he's just imposing a threat on someone very far away or whatever. This is very intimate, so I want to get over there, right? Even when I go over there, going on top of this like can here allows me to help my team and also fall back, right? So I'm not throwing myself right down here where they might shoot me, because I'm unsure. I don't want to get shot for free. But here's the main thing I want to show you, right? This situation here. So the enemy is inside this structure, right? And we're imposing a threat. Even though we're this close, we're not in a battle just yet, right? So we're imposing a threat, and they're also imposing a threat on us. We can't just walk in there, right? So I open the door and enter a battle with this guy, but I don't want to enter a death match with this guy, right? The final phase. So that's why I'm still at the door where I can kind of exit. But him, this guy, he doesn't have that privilege. He needs to fight back whenever I look, because he has no cover to retreat to, right? Now, I choose to back up, right? And then I choose to peek again, and this guy is looking at me, and this guy is probably going to look at me too. So it's better for me to retreat and let my teammate deal some shots in, hopefully, while they're looking at me, right? So I take a shot, and if you look at my health, right? So if I chose to stay there, I would take more damage. And now my team, right, this guy, he's gone in. And the fact that he's gone in, he's the only way he's getting out of this situation is if they die, right? One of them has to die because he's entering a death match. But because I'm with him, obviously I'm going to try and help him, right, and shoot while they're shooting him. But by putting himself inside here, he put himself inside here. Because he's probably thinking, oh, you know, it's 3v2, you know, and let's not take too long. But just understand that if this is you, you've got to understand that you've put yourself in a position where you can't miss. If you miss your shots, this was for nothing, right? And but the whole point is I am aware that they should be looking at him, so I get some free shots, right? So that's what he's getting out of this situation, right? But he does go down, and now my team is in there, and I'm gonna help him. So if they shoot him, I'm gonna help him, right? And I noticed that shot is still on me, so I can't necessarily put myself in there just yet. But he should be getting some free shots if they're both looking at me, right? And now this guy, he puts himself in between me, because he knows he's still in a bad situation, and he knows the only way out is to kill. That's why he's making this play here. But I still kind of have the wall, right, to use. But I'm gonna hit this guy, right, because I can't really avoid him. So I know that I'm pretty much in a death match with this guy, right? And that's how it goes. So it happens very, very quickly. But if I had jumped in there as if this is it, this is the end, right, I could end up like this guy. We both could have went down. We don't know. That's why you kind of want to play, if you've got the advantage to play, to try and deal damage without receiving damage as if you're in the battle phase. I would take that. Unless your whole team is coordinated and you say, we're going for this push, then it's like all or nothing. You're making sure you're trying to get the kill. But you want to do that after you've established some advantage. And we did establish some advantage back here, right? So we did a lot of damage. I believe that's the team we end up fighting in the room. So that squad runs away. So there's the Bloodhound. We get some damage on him. He takes some more damage, so we're gaining the health advantage here. I take a position, and now we're pressuring them, so they're healing. Right. So there's a Wraith and a Bloodhound, I guess. Right? Wraith and a Bloodhound. So the Bloodhound probably was healing that. I think there was a Gibraltar. So now he's gone in, forcing them to fight. Right? And my friend is getting 3 shots. Right? So I guess the Gibraltar went down. But that's why you want to kind of move with caution and understand the situation, so you don't have to take risks, right? You want to make these kind of pushes when you know you're going to win. If you want to risk your life, that's only going to make your games more stressful.
Perfect, dude, my man.
Alright, I hope that that helps. The main thing to point out is that it's very quick, right? It happens very quick.
Giving my shields a recharge. 10 seconds, the ring's close.
So to make easy, quick choices, just think about, is this a deathmatch or not? If it is, you know you gotta fight. If not, do your best to deal damage without taking damage first.